on the news. Cross River State Governor launches second phase of Boki East-West Road construction project. Plus, First National Council on Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction concludes in Calabar as stakeholders strategize on unified approach to humanitarian response. Details shortly. Welcome and thanks for joining us on the news. I am Udwak Etam. In a bid to enhance connectivity, boost the local economy, and stimulate socioeconomic development in rural communities, Cross River State Governor Basio II has launched the second phase of the 17 kilometers Boki East-West Road construction project, assuring of completion of the project. Represented by the Deputy Governor Peter Ode, Governor II expressed optimism that the project would address long-standing transportation challenges, catalyze job creation, as well as enhancing trade and commerce in the area. Justina Etam reports that the project is part of the state government commitment to improving road infrastructure. The reports.
For years, the 17-kilometer Boki East-West Road has been in a state of disrepair, causing immense hardship for locals, farmers, traders, and commuters who rely on it for access to essential services and markets. However, with the Cross River State government's intervention, relief is finally on the horizon. Governor Basio II represented flags off the construction of Phase 2 of the road project.
I assure you that the administration of Senator Basio II, the governor of Cross River State, he says anything, he does it. During the campaign, he told us that this road is done. Today we are here. We are here to flag up the road. Let me not use the word flag up. We are here to construct the road. And by the grace of God, this road will be constructed and the new road is going to start even before this one is completed.
Stakeholders applaud Governor II for delivering on his campaign promises, describing the project as a game changer for the local community.
We are going to take this road by the grace of God down Kakwagom Nduk area so that every other part of Boki will benefit from it.
This road will transform lives. It will open up our agricultural communities and attract new economic opportunities.
For the indigenes, the road, when completed, will enhance transportation of their farm produce to the major markets, thereby boosting their livelihoods.
Boki has a lot of natural resources, uncountable, cocoa, trees and everything in the forest. But we lack one thing, and what is that thing? The road. If we have this road, we are free.
With the commencement of these projects, the people of Boki can now look forward to a brighter future where their struggles with poor access will be a thing of the past. In Calabar, Justina Etam, NTA News.
Collaboration, increased funding, and technical assistance are some of the factors identified as crucial towards the attainment of humanitarian services and reduce poverty in Nigeria. These are views of the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, Dr. Bernard Doro, and other stakeholders at the conclusion of the First National Council of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction in Calabar. Paul Ebel reports that the theme is beyond the national, strengthening subnational and multi-stakeholder synergy for a unified approach to humanitarian response and poverty reduction.
For 3 days, delegates, development partners, stakeholders, and other key players in the humanitarian sector converge here on Calabar to brainstorm and come up with a policy document that will guide its affairs across Nigeria. This, the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs affirms, is not only an institutional vehicle to reducing poverty, as he also speaks on the theme, various interventions by the federal government and more collaboration.
The National Council on Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction was conceived and presented to the Federal Executive Council. Its swift approval reflects the priority this administration places on social protection, inclusive development, and timely response to humanitarian crisis. in line with Mr. President's renewed hope agenda.
As we come together under the common umbrella, let us strive to be the voice of the voiceless and the advocates for the marginalized. Together, we can drive significant change and develop policies that not only respond to humanitarian emergencies, but also lay a solid foundation for sustainable development and poverty reduction.
Host, Governor of Cross River State, represented by the Deputy Governor, harps on the need to defeat poverty in Nigeria, while highlighting on humanitarian interventions and efforts by the state government, the wife of the governor, as well as challenges, especially the increasing number of internally displaced persons and refugees hosted by the state.
Cross River State remains deeply committed to the humanitarian and social welfare agenda of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We have over the years hosted several vulnerable populations and carried out numerous intervention welfare, livelihood support and disaster response. However, we continue to face unique humanitarian challenges that require concerted national attention and collaboration.
The humanitarian sector is evolving. To be effective, our interventions must be people-centered, data-driven, and sustainable.
There were goodwill messages from stakeholders, including Chairman, Senate and House Committee on Poverty Reduction, UN Resident and Humanitarian Coordinator, and the Palace of the Obongo of Calabar, while the lecture on the theme dwelt on measures to eradicate absolute poverty in Nigeria. At the council meeting, out of 105 memoranda considered during the technical session, 42 were recommended, and after due assessment by the council, only 28 scaled through for approval. A 23-point draft communique was released at the end of the council meeting, giving guidance as the highest policy stand of the sector in the country.
And so it's been hugely successful along that area. And then along policy realignment as well between the subnationals and the federal government.
With the successful hosting of the first Council on Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, it is a new dawn for the humanitarian sector across Nigeria. In Calabar, Paul Abel, NTA News.
A break now, the news continues shortly. Stay with us.
Are you looking for a secured environment with good parking space and a natural ambience? Then look no further. Nta Calabar Entertainment Ground has got you covered for marriages, parties, and all kinds of events. Have your event at Nta Calabar Entertainment Ground, you stand a chance to get a discounted rate for your event coverage. For bookings, please call Jane 0806 353 3069. Celebrate your events at Nta Calabar Entertainment Ground. Nta Calabar, the station for the people.
Welcome back and thanks for being there. The Cross River Hoteliers Association recently held a Thanksgiving service to express gratitude to God for His guidance and protection in their business endeavors. Erika Ive reports that the service attracted members of the association within the state capital who came together to appreciate God's benevolence and love for their lives and families. The reports.
Members of the association gave praises to God in return for His faithfulness and mercies in the year 2025. The officiating minister, Pastor Ekuri Asu of Foursquare Gospel Church, Ikoransa, preaching on the theme, the year of consolidation and sustainability, reminded members of the association of the need to focus on God while cultivating the habit of thanksgiving, which is key to success.
What man does is to build capacity, is to build strength. Because when the storm comes, it's your strength that will act as a defense. A wise man builds his house upon the rock. So the question I want to ask you today, on whose building your sustainability? On whose ground are you building your business? On whose ground are you building your future? Because the storms will come, the rains will come, the wind will come. But what will differentiate that business A or hotel A from hotel B is the ground upon which you are building on.
The chairman of the Hoteliers Association and the chairman Cross River State Elders Forum appreciated government effort in providing a conducive environment to thrive and boost the tourism drive of the state.
What we see here on a daily basis running hotels is better imagined than the experience. So if you don't have God on your side, you can just get up in the morning and you find out that maybe the whole of your hotel is burning. You just get up and say your hotel is sealed and all of that. So there are a lot of things that you know that there's a hand of God in what we're doing. So before we start any business here, we always give thanks to God and pray and recommit our businesses back to God for a fruitful year.
They need to synergize, they need to trust and believe in one another. They need to support one another. If one is in trouble, it calls the other to rally the rest, and they all solve it. Hotel is the bone of tourism in a state, and Cross River is a tourist state, so they have to depend on one another and believe in one another.
Miss Face of Hospitality Queen Nigeria expressed gratitude to God for the sector's capacity building aimed at sustaining the next generation.
Every day, something you have to say every day, something you have to do every time. You have to tell God thank you for how far He has brought you and the things you will still do. So you have to always say things.
There were goodwill messages from partners and friends of the association. Prayers were offered to God for the sustainability of the association and the nation's economy, as well as peace. In Calabar, Erika Ivy, NTA News.
That is part of our news. Thanks for watching. I am Uduak Etam.